TNT is at Dover International Speedway with the NASCAR Busch Series Stacker 200 presented by YJ Stinger. And the Stacker 2 car is now the leader of the race, Kenny Wallace, along with second place Mike Bliss, third place Stacy Compton, and fourth place Jason.
18 car, he goes up and hits the wall, and he comes down across the racetrack about right here someplace. You're going to start see the pieces, the black pieces. That's the brake rotors. It starts disintegrating and coming apart. That's a huge chunk goes down. There's more pieces flying all apart.
Flying, that's scary.
People hitting it everywhere. So how about the strategy call on Kenny Wallace's team not to pit?
Well, he's got to pit again.
Right, not to pit there.
Oh yeah, well,
Don't think, but who knows?
I don't think it's going to work.
No, I don't either.
We'll see. Kenny the leader. The previous leader, Casey Kane, is back in 6th place on this restart with Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex behind him. Up front for the lead, Mike Bliss with pressure on Kenny Wallace.
Wow, look at Bliss just close up on the back bumper of Kenny Wallace's car.
Now they're on different pit schedules. Mike Bliss stopped at lap 94. Kenny Wallace last stopped at 76.
Yeah, 20 is on much better tires right now, and it shows.
And he might be thinking about trying to go the rest of the way in the 20 car. Marty, Kenny, do you think maybe?
Well, Steve Addington says they can go all the way. The problem is Mike just came on the radio that, guys, I might have a tire going down. Remember, there was a lot of debris on the track, so these guys who did not stop might have hit some of that. Bliss so far staying out, though.
Boy. That would be rotten luck for Mike Bliss if that were the case. Apparently they're looking at Mike's left front to see if he's got something going down there or not. And how about the strategy on Kenny Wallace's team to leave him out there, Matt?
Last pit on lap 76. Are you done pitting, or are you going to have to come back again? Are you rolling the dice, Chris?
Well, I didn't hear you, but I'm sure Vinny is not liking this one. But I feel like Matt Bullen up here. You know, the guys back at Bill Davis Racing Engine Shop do a good job with our fuel mileage, and we're about that close. So, you know, we got to go for Stacker 2 and Bill Davis Racing, and we get a couple more cautions, we'll be fine.
He told me the way their season's gone, he had to roll the dice. They need to make something big happen. They've had a lot of good runs here the last 4 races. Nearly won 4 races to go here.
So they're going to go for it.
Man, that'd be something big.
Needing a couple
gas tank.
Yeah, no kidding. Exactly.
But they obviously, the way he talked, they need some more laps of caution to get there.
Yeah, Bliss fell off the 23 car Kenny Wallace. So
87 car Blake Feast slowed dramatically down the backstretch. Oh, no, careful, boys.
Trying to get to the inside. Don't go that far to the inside till you get a road down.
The engine, look, yeah, we got an engine problem in the 87 car. Tough break.
There you go. We do stay under green.
For some reason, the water temperature, even with the fan on, was 270.
Yeah, that means there's something wrong. So Blake Feast will go to the garage area right there.
And the 20 car is way off the pace now, so he must have a tire down.
So that's the race for second. There is Mike Bliss. And look at the left front.
Yep.
Oh, what a heartbreak there. Marty?
Oh, you just feel for these guys, Alan. Bliss just came on the radio and said, we got a flat, guys. What happened? How did that happen? Bliss very upset, but obviously he probably ran through some debris that he did not see on the racetrack. And indeed, it is the left front tire. You can see virtually gone on the left front tire for the 20 car. Tough break. These guys could have made it all the way on fuel. They had a decent chassis today, a little bit tight. They'll change the 2 left side tires and send them back out on the track.
No luck at all for Mike Bliss. There's the leader, Kenny Wallace. With Bliss falling off his back bumper, it's opened up a lead of 2.5 seconds from Kenny to second place Jason Leffler. Behind them, the picture has changed for the first of the guys with fresh tires off of pit road.
And the 21 car, Kevin Harvick passed the 38 of Casey Kane and has just driven away from it. And, you know, maybe Casey back in all this traffic doesn't have the dominant car that he had once before. Right now, Casey Kane is almost 5 seconds behind Kenny Wallace.
So there is the guy that's the farthest forward of the fresh tire brigade, if you will. Casey Mears in front of him was a gas and go on that last caution. And the double zero of Jason Leffler, Dave, the second place car, did not stop under that last yellow.
Alan, that's because they stopped on the debris caution lap 92. Put on 4 tires, made a chassis adjustment, and added fuel. Remember, they were down laps and not running well at all. They got the lucky dog pass and then pitted, as was said, on the previous stop. That's why they stayed out here, got their track position. So they can go to the end, too, Alan. Okay. They say they can go.
Thank you. So up to second place for Jason Leffler. Leffler, a one-time winner so far this season. Nashville race back in June. And looking for win number 2. I talked to Jason yesterday morning here at the track, and they were struggling with their race car some, but he felt like they'd find a way to get on top of it and get up front, and by golly, they have. Now, David Green, remember we talked about him topping off the fuel on the last caution and coming off pit road like third of the cars and being in great shape, right? Remember you said, remember that?
Right.
Not that good anymore.
Well, what happened?
Because he had to come back in later under that yellow flag and change tires. When he came in for the gas and go, locked the brakes up, flat spotted the tires, is the report from pit road.
And you saw Jason Leffler take the double zero by Kevin Harvick and move into the 3rd spot.
So David Green is all the way back to 18th BP. And there's your leader, Kenny Wallace, out in front of his sponsors race, the Stacker 200, presented by YJ Stinger, with 77 laps to go.
Next weekend on TNT, Tom Hanks and Imagine Entertainment present a dramatic journey.
Houston, you are go for the moon.
From the Earth to the moon, 12 dramatic stories. See it all weekend long starting next Friday at 9 on TNT.
That should be some fun.
From the Earth to the moon.
One of these days, Alan.
To the moon.
Pow!
Pow! To the moon.
Kenny Wallace, the race leader of the Stacker 200, presented by YJ Stinger here at Dover International Speedway with 69 laps to go. He's got nearly a 3-second advantage on Casey Mears, with Jason Leffler 3rd, and now Casey Kane 4th, and Kevin Harvick back to 5th. Driver 38 starting to roll, but Kenny has really put some distance on the pack.
He sure has. Right now, he's 5 seconds in front of Casey Kane. And again, Casey Kane's in 4th spot, but I really think that's the car he's going to have to beat.
Yeah, and it's going to be, here's the key right here, is how good Kenny Wallace gets through traffic. Casey Kane gets through traffic like he did earlier in the race. He's going to catch Kenny Wallace pretty quick.
There you see Casey Kane finally across the start-finish line as he tries to close in on the back of. How about that? Casey Mears was the fastest car that time by.
Trying to close in the back of Jason Leffler to challenge for 3rd place. Martin Truex Jr. hanging right behind him. As we look at Kenny Wallace, who has yet this season to have a top 5 finish. If you'd have told me at the beginning of this NASCAR Busch Series season that Kenny Wallace wouldn't have a top 5 finish by the time we got to September in Dover, I'd have told you were joking.
That's hard to believe. But he's leading the right one anyway right now.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a good run, I think your sponsors race would be the best place to do it.
Talked with Kenny yesterday. He spent most of this past week when the NASCAR Busch Series was not racing out in St. Louis, where he and his wife Kim are from. Spent some time with family, spent some time hanging around the St. Louis Cardinals, his beloved Cardinals.
He loves the St. Louis Cardinals. Thinks they're going to go all the way this year.
Said he got to go take some batting practice on the field with some of the Cards.
I talked about Casey Kane, the 38 car, being the biggest threat for Kenny Wallace. Here he comes. 3rd spot with him in it.
And that's a surrender move by Leffler.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this has been inevitable.
He's going to surrender another one, too. Right here to Martin Truex.
Faster car coming through. Thank you. So Kane to 3rd, Truex to 4th, Leffler to 5th, and by the way, Kyle Busch running 12th. So as they run, another good points day for Martin Truex Jr. in his bid for the NASCAR Busch Series championship.